colonies until he kills somebody. He says, thank you very much. Here's that. Oh, who is this? Oh, he's the king. I better not have a question. Maryland was a Catholic colony. Maryland was originally a Catholic colony. Get those Catholics out of England and get them over that way. Don't bother us. Please, go, quickly. Anybody ever seen the flag of Maryland? It's different than any other flag of any other state. It looks medieval. It's the combination of two different coats of arms. Very pretty. Oh, by the way, red, black, and gold. Red, black, and yellow. The same colors as the University of Maryland. Maryland football team used to wear the flag on all over their helmet. It's like a big, it looks ridiculous. But if you've ever seen it, it's a really interesting flag. It looks medieval. It looks like something knights would wear. Proprietary colonies. Got it? Royal Charter Proprietary. Need to go over this again? The English are doing this three different ways. Not just doing it one way, they're doing it three different ways. Do you see how the states are beginning to form? Because if you have a royal colony, you start to draw lines. This is a royal colony. Beyond this river or beyond this line that we drew, it's the king's governor runs it. And that's a charter colony there. So whatever's inside this, you see how the states get formed? You see how it's starting to happen? Starting to form? They start to form out of these types of colonies. That's why you have 13 colonies instead of just one big one. Right? One big one. And some of them are very small. Rhode Island. Well, let's see. A proprietary colony. Maine, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and the Carolinas were all proprietary colonies. Payoffs to rich people. So you can see how these colonies are going to start, these boundaries are going to start to develop into what we're going to eventually call states. And they're going to have their own character. They're going to have their own little idiosyncrasies, their own idiosyncrasy. They're going to be they will develop their own ways. Many of the people who came to the English colonies in America were Christians seeking to escape persecution. Now, the reason why people came to America then is the exact same reason why people come to America today. There are two reasons why people come to this country. Number one, they're running away from something. They want to get away from something. Or number two, they want to run to something. Running away. For many of these people, I want to get away from the persecution of the state, the government, the king. There are no countries, there are no nations. These are all kingdoms at this time. I want to run away from this. Or, look, there's gold over there. I want to run to it and get it. That's the same reason why people come to this country today. And many of these people are Christians, and they're starting to come over here because it's free, it's open, and you can just practice anything you want. One of the people that did not come over here, but exerted a very, very strong influence on American Christianity and Christianity in general, was a guy named John Calvin. John Calvin. And John Calvin is going to create a Protestant denomination. He's going to create a Protestant philosophy called Calvinism. Now, John Calvin is a Swiss theologian. He's lived in Switzerland. What is a theologian, Mr. Sorry? What's a theologian? Mr. Miles. Yeah, studies God, religion, right. He studies the Word of God, he studies religion, he studies faith. He's a theologian. Calvin came up with a whole new system. And it's within Protestantism. Calvin said that Christ died, but he didn't die for everybody. When Christ died on the cross, he didn't save everybody. He only saved a few people. Just a few people. These people that Christ died for are going to be called the elect. The elect. The rest of you are going to hell. Sorry. So his philosophy, his theology is a very deterministic theology. It's very deterministic. Why would I ask the question? Miss Jaime, what's deterministic mean? What? or someone else. What is predestination? This means that you are not in control of your own fate. Your whole fate, your whole life has been written out and played out, and it's going to happen this way. By God, not you. You don't get to determine it. God does. Calvinism is a deterministic religion, is a deterministic worldview. It says God is in control of this. You have no control. How do we know, under Calvinism, how do we know who the elect are, who the saved are, and how do we know who the wretched rest of us are? How do we know this? What's going to determine who the saved people are? The best among us. And you can't change it, said Calvin. He said, I don't care what you do. You're going to heaven or hell. But how do we know who's going to heaven and who's going to hell? We can't wait until it's sorted out later, after death. We can't wait. So how are we going to know? You might know. Who are the rich people? They're the ones that are saved. The wealthy people, they're the ones that are saved because God has shown us that they are the elect by blessing them on earth with wealth. Wow. In your book, in chapter 1, page 26 and 27, intoxicated by godliness, Calvin insisted that a true Christian life practiced strict morality and hard work. Moreover, he taught that God valued every form of work, lowly as it might be. Lowly as